Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the E50. It's the Tier 9 German medium tank, and it's located on the north spawn of Ruinberg Encounter. Now it's under the command of Captain Ashstorm, and you can see one mark of excellence on his barrel. Now the E50, it's the Entwicklung series tank, the standardized German medium tank for use by the German Armed Forces, the replacement for the Panther II and some of the other German tanks in the game. And you can see that Captain Ashstorm has dived for the middle line as quickly as he can, taking up a nice little defensive position. Gets one good shot there on the AMX 1375, bounces around in return. It's a very strong position on this corner. Oh, missed the shot there. I think he hit the wreck of the 1375. Okay, the M46 pattern's down there. Right, now he's going to move further down the line because there's a nice little alcove here you can use. Can fire in both directions. Now, there are 5 different guns he could use for the game, for this battle, but he's using the 105mm gun. It's got damage of 390 alpha and 220 penetration. Puts a round into the M445. And there's some more tanks around the corner. There's a 1375. Oh, lovely round into him for 373. Now that is a high. No, it's a low roll, that one. Just showing the top of his turret round the corner. Not willing to show the rest of his tank. Doesn't want a round put into it. This tank is best if you don't show the sides to the enemy, because it does have rather weak sides, so you don't want to be perpendicular to the enemy. But this position is pretty good, and with the 105mm gun he can do a lot of damage, and he does. 374 hit points of damage, but it's a long reload, 7.92 seconds. Well, longish. I mean, that's not particularly bad actually for a gun in this a tank in this particular caliber. It's a snatch return shot there on the M445, I think prompted by the M4's firing, and oh, well, that one went into the mantlet, so that didn't do any damage to the M4 whatsoever. You need to get the cheeks, not the actual mantlet itself, if you can help it. Waiting for him to pull back round the corner. I'm not sure he wants to now. I think he knows full well what's happening if he does. Yeah, I think he's in a defensive position now. Now, the question is, does Captain Ashstorm go around the corner to go after the M4? No. Oh, snatch shot again. Missed. The M4 managed to prompt him to shoot without getting a result. Very naughty, but very expectable. And you notice that Captain Ashstorm's carrying 30 rounds of APCR. He's carrying unusually high amounts of APCR. He does like using APCR in this game. It does get results though, I must admit, although it does cost him in the way of credits. Now this is a tier 9 battle, he's top tier. It's on the 357 matchmaker. He's pulling back because he doesn't want to get shot by the enemy. Oh, here comes the M4. He's again trying to tempt Captain Ashstorm to shoot. Oh, missed it! That bounced off the side of the turret. Again, he's pulling back, getting into cover. Oh, tries to get another shot, but he ricochets that one. And the 1390 behind him fires one into his posterior, and he bounces around from the KV3 as well. No, missed that one. In fact, actually, I think I bounced off the armour of the M46, and he took one into the tracks from the KV3. Going for the KV3. Yep, gets that one through. In fact, that's a high roll, and he's set him on fire. I think he did get the fire, or was it somebody else got the fire? It may have been somebody else who got the fire. Yes, it was somebody else who got the fire on the KV3. KV3 is out the game, I think. Yep, he is. He's gone. And it looks like Captain Ashstorm's decided he's going to fight on the field area instead. There's the Tiger 1. Looks like he's AFK. And that's a high roll. all took around there from the pattern. He needs to deal with the pattern before he can deal with the Tiger 1. If he is an AFK, then he's not going to be firing at him in the side. He needs to get this pattern out of the game. Yep, he does. So one shot. There's the FV2017. One shot should take care of him. Oh, no, it doesn't. Low roll. Oh, it's a high roll, actually. Sorry. It wasn't enough to kill him off, but he will get him in the next shot. Yes, he does. Now, 1390's a one shot for sure. Can he get around into him? He certainly needs to. No, he doesn't need to. So now he can go after the Rain and the Tiger. If he can get this, that's some Pascucci's. Yes! He gets the Pascucci's and he's got a steel wall. Now, can he get the Tiger 1 as well? T71's going up to get the Tiger. And the Tiger's come to life. He's now alive. He's not a dead tank. He is dead tank now. And that's the end of the game. Wow! So, only 3 kills, but pretty good damage. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a second class tanker for Captain Ashstorm in the E50. He also picked up a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage done to the enemy whilst he was in that central avenue. He got a shell proof for blocking more damage exceeding the hit points of his own vehicle, fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. Well, he got 5 exactly. He got a Pascucci's for taking out the FV207 and the Lorraine 15551, and lastly he got a steel wall by blocking at least more damage than the hit points of his own armour, receiving at least 11 hits during the battle, and surviving to win the battle. Or surviving the battle, rather, I should say. Actual fact, no, he didn't block more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, but he blocked at least 1,000 hit points in total. That's all you need for the steel wall. And let's have a look at the win 8. It was 5165. Super unit comes standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he got the highest damage overall of all players, 3,338 hit points, but he didn't pick up the high caliber for some reason. Wasn't 20% of the enemy hit points, probably. The next highest scorer was the 50 TP, managed 2589. Then we have the Carnarvon with 2574 on the enemy team. When it came to kills, he was up there with the AMX 1375. He got 3 kills. Both of them got 3 kills. And then we've got the IS3 with 2 kills. And the enemy team only managed to kill 1 tank. It was the AMX M445 managed to get 1 kill in that battle. And surprising, actually, considering he only got 427 hit points of damage. When it came to base XP, again, it was Captain Ashstorm got the highest amount, 1,076. And then the AMX 1375 with 895. And then the Star 1 with 820. If we look at detail report, well, he fired 19 shots, got 15 direct hits, 11 penetrations. He did damage of 3,338 hit points, of which 1,245 were at a distance of more than 300 meters. He received 12 hits from the enemy during that game. 3 of them were penetrations, 9 were non-penetrations. Most of the block shots were from the M445, which actually just were bouncing them off his armor. Of course, the ones that penetrated were the ones that hit his rear from the middle of the village, the KV3 rather, and I think it was the 1390, wasn't it, that was shooting into his posterior. He blocked damage of 1,785 hit points, more than qualifies for the steel wall. Spotted 5 enemy vehicles, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did 1,417 hit points of damage resistance. He earned 60,482 credits during that battle after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, because he did use premium consumables. He ended up with a loss of 13,595 credits. Now, he did use some APCR towards the end of the battle, although he did use up his AP first. He had to use the APCR in the end. He received 2 bonds, one for the steel wall, one for the Pascucci's, and he got 1,614 XP, times 2 for the first victory, and a personal reserves bonus running at the same time, so he took away 4,842 experience points from that one battle. So, yep, sorry arties, he said not, because after all, they were the enemy arty, therefore they're perfectly legitimate targets. So, well done there, Captain Ashstorm. Good demonstration of how the E50 can actually be quite effective. Not quite the E50M, but it's still a very good tank all the same. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.